Hey y'all, welcome to the Blueberry Farm. Today is July 4th and I am so excited because it is our last day to be open. Just getting everything opened up, getting the gates open, getting signs put out. If you hadn't had a blueberry farm, you gotta have a sign for everything. This one here, you wouldn't believe how people interpret that. Some people see it as saying park here and block the driveway. This one over here means please park on the grass. I guess everyone sees things in different ways. But I've got to get up here and get some water for some guys. I've already got the water jug filled up with ice and water. Got a couple guys out there pruning the plants already, and I'm going to show you a little bit about that. Looks like I see the first customer of the day pulling into the driveway. That happened to be some regular customers, which is nice, especially at the end of the season here, because you don't have to really tell them where to go, what to do, how to pick, or anything like that. They already know the routine. They've been here several times this year and possibly years past. So that's always really nice here at the last part of the season. Another thing I need to do is get these baskets full of berries so that we can have some fresh ones for everyone. At least I'll have them up here in the front just in case somebody does come and want something fresh picked. You never know about the last day. It could be good, but it could be nobody shows up. This is one of the rows we're working on right now as far as pruning. We're pruning all the bottoms down, trying to get all of this lower brush off of here first so that we can see the bottoms a whole lot better. As you can see, there's gobs of blueberries on these bushes still. And we've been open since the 16th of May, and this is July 4th. So these are very high yielding plants. They make a lot of blueberries per bush, and it takes a lot of picking to get them picked. We've already got this row here pretty much cleaned up. As you can tell, see, it's not near as much brush on the bottoms. We've got this one over here. They look better, a whole lot cleaner. Look at the berries. Really, really nice looking. We have to do all this by hand. It's not easy. I've done a lot of it by myself in years past, but I actually have some guys helping me this year. And man, I'm so blessed and thankful that they're here because they've been a big help to us. They're over here working. But this is also the time of year that the blueberries are the sweetest that they'll ever be. They've been hanging on here quite a bit for a while. Sugar content's very high in them. They're very, 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 very good. You can just grab a whole cluster. The whole cluster is real nice. They're still pretty firm. A lot of the varieties did really well this year. We had a lot of dry weather. Matter of fact, we've been open since the 16th of May, and it's rained one time, and it was less than 1/10 of an inch. So that's excellent for growing blueberries for us. Rain is not a good thing during the harvest season. So it's been one of the better years that we've had in about the last 16 years. I better make sure these don't go to waste. Oh my goodness. Man, they're so good. You may wonder why we're closing with all these berries like we have. Well, I learned a long time ago that it's not really about how many you can grow, it's about how many you can sell. And we have a lot of blueberries. I don't know if you can even see from here. This is it's a fairly decent sized place, so there's always a lot of waste every year. Normally we have rains during the summer months, and a lot of these berries would have already been gone. But this year, like I said, it's been extremely dry. Very, very good for berry picking. The berries have done better than they have in years and years and years. But we accept that we're not going to pick them all. And, you know, it's like I said, it's July 4th, so it's very hot. We got predicted 7 days coming up over 100 degrees. And people just stopped coming by now. Like I said, we've been open since the 16th of May. And, you know, a lot of people have got all their berries by now. And this, you know, business just slows down. So we go ahead and start pruning and start getting growth for next year. One thing that we do here on this farm is we make sure that we never run out of blueberries. We always have plenty for everybody that comes and picks. And that was the whole intentions of the whole thing. We don't want people to come and maybe make a hour or 2 hour drive and not have any berries to pick when they get here. I just don't want that to happen. I'd rather cut off what's left and let the pigs and the birds and the deer eat them than have customers come out here and not have no berries to pick. As soon as today's over, I'm going to get on the tractor. I'm going to start cutting the tops down. I'm going to cut the tops off of these berries. I'll probably cut them down to about around 42, 44 inches, somewhere in there. And I'll go down the sides here and I'll cut the sides off as well. And that'll make all kinds of new growth that'll grow up in these plants between now and next summer. We need growth all here in the fall. The growth that we get between now and the fall is going to put berries on for next year. So that's why we do it as early as we do. We come through in the winter months and we'll take out some of these bigger canes out of here to kind of open the bush up a little bit. As you can see, this one's been cut in years past. This one's been cut. This one's been cut. We'll cut them off so that they are a more flexible bush. That helps if we come through with our harvester. It helps to be able to shake the berries off. And you don't have a whole lot of dead wood and stuff like that inside the plant as well, because if you just let them grow, they'll grow up real tall and the berries will all be on the top of the plant. It won't be down in here where it's, you know, where you can pick them really easy and all that. You have to be looking up and you just won't have as much fruit. But there's a lot of work to do, so we got to get after it. Now I gotta get these baskets filled up with some blueberries. Can't forget to have the mineral out for the deer. Gotta have that. Looks like there's been some raccoons going to eat blueberries too. Either that or somebody with some small feet. As you can see, we keep them pretty cold. Well, there wasn't any way to hold a cell phone and show you how I did that, but I'm sure you get the idea. Got some nice berries for sale today. Really, really nice fruit. Gonna take them down to the front and get them in the cooler there so that we got them handy when folks come up and want them. As you can see here, it don't take much, nothing fancy to sell berries out of. Just a little top, and cooler, and a little freezer to have frozen ones in, and maybe some peas and pinto beans and stuff like that go in the freezer as well. Let's get everything stocked back up. And there we have it. That's the last of the fresh picked blueberries. Get all kinds of guests here at the blueberry farm. Get off of me. Get him somewhere else to go. Get on that. You can't tell me that's not a real life alien. Hey, where'd he go? That's enough of that. Get out of here. Hey. Hey. Well, y'all, the last day's over. As you can see, there's those buckets of berries that was in here. They're all gone. So we had a decent day. We're sure glad the season's over. And now we're gonna finish cutting up some of them trimmings with the brush hog and just kind of keep the rows a little clean before we get back out there tomorrow to prune the rest of them. I'm slowly backing up over these cuttings, chopping them up, then I'll pull forward over them. If I pull forward over them now with them as big as they are, heck, you can't see nothing under this dirty window. If I pull forward over them with as big as they are, they'll wrap up around all the tractor tires, get all up underneath the tractor. So I just back into them first, real nice and easy and slow. Chop them down pretty good, knock most of the limbs off. Then I run back through them again. That's about going to give me a full day after I get through with this. We'll see you on the next one.